There's chaos at Michigan State in the wake of Mel Tucker's abrupt firing, and today we're going to discuss how this impacts Spartan recruiting. Michigan State fans, do me a favor right now, subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. This page is brand new, and it is exploding, almost 10K in the first month. Hit that subscribe button for me. All right, let's bring on Jason Killup of Spartan Mag. Jason, how is the current staff dealing with the recruiting implications at the moment?
No doubt. Things were pretty hectic in East Lansing when the news dropped. Originally, the suspension of Mel Tucker now led to the firing of Mel Tucker.
Right.
Former secondary coach Harlan Barnett took over as interim head coach and made sure to immediately reach out to every recruit in the class. Michigan State has 13 commitments in the fold, and each position coach was responsible of reaching out to each member of their class at their position. Their message to the recruits was just hang in there, see this thing through. There's a lot of uncertainty of how the staff will play out, which position coaches will remain on staff. But right now the message is to hang in there, see this through. But Michigan State coaches are definitely have their hands full to keep the majority of this class in the fold.
Yeah, and that's important because they do have 13 commitments, and we've heard that Nick Marsh has been reached out to from Colorado. He's Michigan State's top-rated commitment. He's a wide receiver from in-state. Now, with the Sharks circling, which commitments do you think are most sought after right now on that commit list?
Yeah, Michigan State has 3 commitments from the state of Michigan. I think that just by the way things lay out, that those will be the easiest commits to keep in the class. But on the flip side of that, Nick Marsh is very highly sought after. He committed to Michigan State last summer and decommitted in order to take his official visits. Penn State was heavily involved with those, and Penn State's still involved. Colorado, like you said, reached out and offered. There's a chance that he visits Colorado for the USC game later this month. So Michigan State will look to keep Marsh in the fold. He's definitely one of the ones to look for. Another in-state commitment, 4-star offensive lineman Andrew Dennis, has been hearing from Penn State throughout his commitment to Michigan State. They offered him. So did Auburn, Stanford, and Nebraska. And then Anthony Carey, 4-star running back in Florida. He's definitely a name to watch with North Carolina, South Carolina, and others.
Yeah. And, prior to Mel Tucker's firing, I mean, they were in on some big targets. What about some of the uncommitted guys that they were pursuing? Are they still on the board? Is Michigan State still active with some of those guys? Inside Scoop fans, listen up. Tailgate season is here, and I need to tell you about these Bird Dog shorts that I've been wearing. Bird Dogs were the big winner for me this summer, and I'm rolling with them right into the fall. You know I wear them to work, I wear them to golf, I brought them on my vacation to Florida. So of course, I'm wearing them tailgating. And last weekend, I didn't pull up to Lot B with the boys in my old stiff khakis. Nope, I wore my Bird Dog shorts instead, and I'm glad I did. Because it's still hot out there. Just because football season is here, it doesn't mean fall is too. It's still swampy, but not in my Bird Dogs. You see, Bird Dogs has this great cloud knit fabric that looks just like a nice pair of khakis, but it's way more flexible, and most importantly, it keeps me cool and dry even at a noon kickoff. So here's what we're going to do. I need you to go to birddogs.com/Josh, enter promo code Josh, and you'll get a Bird Dogs tech hat with your order. Look at this. Got one right here. I wore it golfing over the weekend. It's nice. It fits. It's light. So go to birddogs.com/Josh or enter promo code Josh for a Bird Dogs hat. You won't want to take your Bird Dogs off. We promise you.
4-star running back Jason Brown of Seattle. Michigan State made the top 3 for him. He immediately canceled his visit to East Lansing. It remains to be seen if he's still going to make that trip or reschedule, but I put the odds on that as pretty small. I think Oregon and Washington will be able to capitalize on that. At one time, I put a future RPM prediction in for Brown to land at Michigan State. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. We'll have to reevaluate things there. They did have defensive tackle Francis Baru. He's a 3-star from Columbus on campus over the weekend. He's currently committed to Pittsburgh. They're still working to flip him. That's his second visit to campus, and his visit came after the Mel Tucker news. So that's a recruitment to keep watching, especially in the Midwest with growing up with Michigan State school on his radar.
So, in these times, it feels like, the walls are kind of coming in on recruiting, and it feels like these are going to be tough times. But of course, once a hire is made, Michigan State's going to go back on the offensive and try to pursue some of these guys. What do you think a real timetable is for Michigan State recruiting before they can go back on the offensive?
Yeah, I think that as of now, it'll be after the season ends. So you're looking at early December, late November, by the time Michigan State will probably make their move as their next head coach. Interim head coach Harlan Barnett could have a chance if he performs well this season in the role. And he made it clear in his introductory press conference that he wants the job and it's a dream for him. So Michigan State might play that, and that could be something that could help keep commitments in the fold. He'll likely keep a lot of the staff if he would be named head coach, but that's something that Michigan State still needs to see if he's ready and how he handles this season. Whoever the new head coach is will have to move quickly, retaining staff from Michigan State if possible. That, like I said, that would help retain commitments as well and retain players on the roster. But a lot of that's to be seen, and the recruits know that, and that's why I think that you'll see recruits take visits, reopen their recruitments, and I don't think the Michigan State class will sign as it is now, and I don't think that will shock anybody either.
Right. Well, we'll see what Harlan Barnett can do. He's been a good recruiter throughout his time at Michigan State. He also spent time at USF, Florida State. He's been a good recruiter everywhere he's went. I know these are tough times for Michigan State, but we'll see, one, if he can salvage this class, and two, if he can add to it. Jason Killup from Spartan Mag, thank you for stopping by today on the Inside Scoop.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that content, be sure to subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We have a new page dedicated only to recruiting. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now.